You think your weird path is a liability, but I'm telling you, it's the whole brand. That zigzag career you apologize for, the one you try to smooth over in interviews, the one that makes you feel like you're behind the people who picked one lane and stayed in it. Stop. That path isn't the thing you have to explain away. It's the thing nobody else can copy. So you've had 3 careers, or maybe 5. You've changed industries, you took the detour, you did the thing, then quit the thing, then did a totally different thing. And every time you sit down to write your bio, your resume, you panic because it doesn't add up to a clean, straight line. So you either hide half of it, or you list it all out and it reads like a resume that can't make up its mind. And here's what you're missing. The straight line people are a commodity. That's right, I said that. The straight line people are a commodity. There are 1,000 of them in your category, all interchangeable, all impressive, all forgettable. Your value isn't that you have experience, because everyone's got experience. But your value is that thread, the one strange line that runs through all of your chapters that literally no one else on earth has, because no one else has lived your exact sequence. And I've seen it with so many of my clients. You don't have a messy path. You have a unique fingerprint, but you just haven't named that thread, that through line yet. And let me show you mine, because I lived this exact panic. On paper, my path is a mess, right? I spent 25 years in television. I was in development, producing shows like Intervention and 60 Days In. I've casted shows, produced, developed, created 4 Emmy nominations, and then I walked away from all of it to help experts and founders with their brand. Branding, positioning, that $2 bill thing that I always talk about. And for a while, I described these as 2 separate lives. I used to do TV, now I do branding. And every time I said it, it landed on nobody, because it sounded like a guy who quit one career and started another. Random, disconnected, liability. But then I found the thread. For 25 years in television, my entire job, the only job, was finding the one thing that made a person impossible to look away from. That's it. Well, that's what casting is. That's what creating television shows are, developing shows, producing shows, finding the unforgettable thing in a human being and putting it on a screen. That's what I did. And what do I do now? I find the one thing that makes an expert impossible to ignore, and I put it on a page. It's the same job. It was always the same job. The thread is finding the one thing that makes you unforgettable. TV was just the first place I did it. The branding work is the second. The path was never a zigzag. It was a straight line. And I just hadn't named it yet. And the day that I found that, everything kind of changed. The TV years stopped being my old life. They became the proof. 25 years of evidence that I can do the exact thing I do for you. The mess turned into the moat. And this isn't just a me thing. I do this with clients constantly, and it's the same every time. Someone comes in convinced their background is too scattered to brand. Say a teacher who becomes a financial planner, or an engineer who went into coaching. They're sort of embarrassed by the jump or don't understand how it works. But then we find that verb that runs through all of it, the thing they were always doing. And the whole story snaps into focus. One client's reaction to the approach, word for word, was, "That's a genius approach. I've never thought of that." But I'm telling you, it wasn't genius. We just named the thread that was already there. So here's what I need you to understand. You ready? You're not behind the straight line people. You're holding something they can never have. They can copy your tactics, they can copy your offer, they cannot copy your sequence, the exact order of your chapters, and the thread running through them is the one thing on earth that's truly permanently yours. That straight line is replaceable, but your thread, your lived experience is not. But it only works once you name it. An unnamed thread just looks like chaos. A named thread looks like destiny. Same chapters. The only difference is whether you found the line that connects them. All right, so let's find you. Let's find yours. And I'm going to give you 3 steps, okay? You ready? All right, let's go. Step 1, list your chapters. That's it, everyone. The jobs, the detours, the side quests, the thing you did for 2 years that went nowhere, the thing that you didn't put on your resume because it didn't fit. But don't curate it into a clean narrative. Just lay all the pieces on the table. These are your puzzle pieces. These are your ingredients that are unique to you. And step 2, find the verb that repeats. So you got to look across all of it and ask, what was I actually doing in each chapter? Now, this is underneath the job title, so it's not teacher then planner. Go underneath, dig deep. Were you always explaining? Were you always rescuing, always building, always finding the one thing? There's a verb that shows up in every chapter, whether you noticed it or not. That verb, that's your thread across it all. And step 3, rewrite your path as one sentence using this thread. For mine, for 25 years, I found the one thing that makes people unforgettable on screen, and now I do it for experts on the page. Yours will have the same shape, the thread, then where you've done it. Suddenly the mess reads like a mission. So we got listing the chapters, find that repeating verb, and write that one sentence. That's your through line. Now here's the fraying part, the one that ties this whole series together. For days, I've been telling you the same thing from 10 directions. Your resume isn't the hook. You don't need more content. Stop making yourself the generic expert. The weird detail is the point. The in-person you is the real you. And today, your scattered path is your superpower. It all comes down to one idea. The thing that makes you unforgettable is already inside your story. You don't have to go build it, or buy it, or fake it. You have to find it. And stop hiding it. The $2 bill was in your pocket the whole time. You've just been spending yourself like a 1. And the hardest place to find the thread is your own life. Because you're standing in the middle of it. I couldn't see my own thread for 2 years, and finding other people's threads was literally my job. Now, that's not a knock on you. That's everyone, right? You cannot read the label from inside the jar. So go to findyouronly.app. Go to findyouronly.app. It's free. 8 questions under 8 minutes. It's built to find the thread running through your chapters, the one you're too close to see, and hand you the language for it. The exact thing I do when someone sits across from me, except you can do it tonight for free at findyouronly.app. It's been about 10 days, post 10 angles, but one truth: you are never a dollar bill. Go find the thread that proves it. Got it? Is that it? We're gonna do this, right? And always, I don't want you to be the best. Be the only. Be the $2 bill.